Hello everyone, my name is Wong Liping from group To Kill a Mockingbird. These are the names of all members in this group. Today, we would like to share our digital book review about the novel that we have chosen, which is To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. So, let's get started. The expositions of To Kill a Mockingbird starts off with narrator telling the readers about the setting. We learn that the narrator is James Louis Scott Finch, and the story takes place in the small towns of Macomb, Alabama around the 1930s. In the first couple of chapters, the reader is introduced to Atticus Finch, Jeremy Jem Finch, Calpurnia, Miss Maudie, Charles, Baker Harris, Dale, Tom Robinson, Bob Evil, and Boo Radley. The story mainly follows the lives of Scouts, Jem, and Atticus Finch in Macomb, and in the beginning of the story, one of the emerging conflicts in the story is Scouts and Jem becoming older and facing the reality and challenges of adult lives. The rising actions of this novel is Scout, Jem, and Dale usually placed together when Dale come back from Mississippi in the summer. They usually create a mini drama and add out the characteristic of the person. One day, Dale is curious about the rumors that Boo Radley is a mysterious person who lives near their house, never coming out from his house. Therefore, they had never seen him before with their own eyes. Thus, they have decided to lure him out using a fishing pole to leave a message note to Boo, but stopped by Atticus and firmly says that not to make fun of a sad man's life. Even though Atticus has warned the children not to stay near Boo's house, the children still try to sneak over to Boo's house at night and try to peek through the window. But Boo's brother, Nathan Radley, hurts a prowler and fires his gun, and this action scared the children. Moreover, Jem's pants are stuck on the fence when they are trying to escape from Boo's house. The bright side of this is James notices that his pants were neatly folded and the tear from the fence has been roughly sewn up when Jem retrieves his pants late at night. Scout and Jem found that a tree near Radley house has a knot hole which some little presents are often left to them, such as pennies, chewing gums, and soap carved figures of a little boy and girl who bear a striking resemblance to Scout and Jem. However, the kids do not know where the gifts are coming from. But at last, the tree hole has been covered with cement by Boo's brother.
I am Lim Ji-hong. One winter night, Miss Maudie's house catches on fire while Jem and Scout shivering, watching the blaze from near the Radley house. Someone puts a blanket around Scout without her realizing it until Atticus asks Scout where the blanket came from after she came back home. The trial began next summer and Atticus presented a case that clearly showed that Tom Robinson was innocent. But since the story takes place during a time of racism, a white man's words was always taken over a black man's. So the jury believed that Bob Evil instead of Tom Robinson, and Tom was found guilty. Bob Evil is angry at everyone who helped Tom Robinson in the case and swears revenge on Atticus. When Tom Robinson was being transferred to prison, he tried to escape but was shot 17 times and died. The high point or climax of To Kill a Mockingbird is when Scout and Jem are walking home from the Halloween pageant and Bob Evil attacks them. Then Boo Radley comes out of his house to save the children from the attacker. The following action of this novel is when Bob Evil is stabbed to death by Boo Radley. James broke his arm while trying to fend off Bob Evil. Sheriff Hackett comes over and tells Atticus that they will say Bob Evil fell on his own knife. Even though they knew Boo killed him, they are protecting Boo from all the publicity. Scout finally meets Boo Radley and gets to talk to him. The resolution of this novel is Scout walks Boo home and finds herself standing on Boo Radley's porch. She finally realized that what Atticus meant by saying you never know someone until you put yourself in their shoes. And on the porch, Scout sees the world from Boo's perspective and realizes that chooses to stay inside and is normal. She then knows that the way she treated Boo by playing games about him was wrong.
This is the end of the novel summary. It's time for review.
I am Bisha. From our reading, we have learned that we should never judge a book by its cover, as looks can be deceptive. Forming opinions solely on the basis of seeing the surface is wrong. It is because, after taking a deeper look, we can understand what the other person is. For instance, Otis's advice to Scott remains throughout the novel as we encounter various characters from Mr. Raymond to Boo Radley and Mayella Evil. With our world more divided than ever, Otis's words remind us to reach out to others, to try and see the world from their perspective before passing judgment. That's all. Yeah. We also learned that we should protect the innocent because the innocent ones are the pure ones. Innocents will never think of harming anyone. Of course, no list of lessons from To Kill a Mockingbird would be complete without the famous line that gave the novel its title. Shoot all the blue jays you want, if you can hit them, but remember, it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. A mockingbird does nothing other than mimicking songs. It's a beautiful reminder that hurting the innocent is the worst crime of all.
Hi, I'm Ahmad Zulfame bin Nazar. I will talk about problem in the novel. The problem is the jump in time, continuity, and logic are difficult to understand. After that, the novel have many bad words such as damn. So, my book suggestion is to write the meaning of words or easier words and an easy storyline for readers to read easily. After that, find a novel that has been censored so that it doesn't affect the readers. Moreover, this novel needs some graphics to make the readers get more interested in reading this novel, thus understanding the situation.
Hi, I am Dosimon. My perception about this novel is that it has a good storyline which gives the readers something new. After I experience this novel, I think I need to change my habit of judging people before I know them properly. This novel also teaches me about the past firsthand. To Kill a Mockingbird is based on Harper Lee's actual childhood. Not only are you getting a great story detailing some major racism and segregation issue, but you are also getting a first-hand account of it.
The novel To Kill a Mockingbird is an amazing and unique presentation of morals and day-to-day lessons needed to get through life with ease. The book does not only show the tough, deep and harsh realities, but also to come through them and be a better version of oneself. The characters each present important aspects, and the author did a wonderful job to let us see through others' eyes, be in their shoes, and not just see things through the protagonist's view. It might be a difficult journey for some and might be quite easy for others, but it's worth taking the chance and living in a different world from the one we grew to know. A life most of us might just have heard about, living back in the old century, the norms, the customs, and the process of evolution of humans in an intellectual way. a must read book which has a lot to give.
I read this novel 5 of the 5 because in my opinion this novel has a very great story. Not only that, behind the great story has a good meaning. I really enjoy this novel.